Hello, this presentation will be going over the outcome measures. I will take questions regarding the outcome measures at the end of this presentation. Please keep in mind that CDFA cannot assist applicants with project-specific questions. This means that we cannot help applicants choose outcome measures or indicators for their project. The United States Department of Agriculture, Agricultural Marketing Service, and the Office of Management and Budget develop standardized outcome measures and performance indicators that apply to the SCBGP. The reason for this is to compile data across all states, making it easier to see the effect the program has on the specialty crop industry, which in turn strengthens the need for continued funding. This is important to mention that because outcome measures, indicators, and sub-indicators are defined by USDA and the Office of Management and Budget, they cannot be altered, amended, or replaced. So what are outcome measures? Outcome measures describe the data you'll collect to help you assess the success of your project. Outcome measures are the primary goal of the SCBGP. The result of each outcome measure is the enhanced competitiveness of specialty crops. Each outcome measure has indicators associated with it. These indicators will be the evidence that shows your project has increased the competitiveness of the specialty crop industry. They outline specific performance data that need to be collected and reported for the project. Reporting on outcome measures is one of the ways you'll demonstrate the success of the project. CDFA has developed an outcome measure supplement that lists outcome measures, indicators, and sub-indicators. The supplement can be accessed by links provided in FAST and on page 18 of the RFCP. Therefore, I won't go into detail on the content of the 8 outcome measures here. To get started on the outcome measures, you will have to go to the FAST website and download the template to your computer. The links are also available through the RFCP. After completing the template, you will have to upload the finished document to the Attachments tab in FAST. Please keep the file as a Word document when you upload it. There are a total of 8 outcome measures. Remember, the outcome measures were developed by USDA and cannot be altered in any way. Applicants must select at least one outcome measure and its associated indicator and sub-indicator if applicable. Any outcome measure that is selected must be achievable during the grant duration. To choose an outcome measure and indicator, simply check the box next to the one you want and then fill in the values of the indicator and sub-indicator. You must provide values for the indicators and sub-indicators that you have chosen. Please only enter numbers. Do not include percentages, fractions, or decimals. All other outcome measures, indicators, and sub-indicators that you do not choose should be left blank. A few points to consider as you select your outcome measures. Scoring isn't impacted by the number of outcomes or indicators you choose. Listing more doesn't mean your project will be viewed more favorably. It just means there will be more to report on. Keep in mind that grant recipients are required to report on outcomes and indicators they identify. Be realistic and only identify the outcomes your organization will have the capability to monitor and report on. CDFA understands that the outcome measures and values described at this phase are projections. However, applicants should provide an estimate that is reasonable. All outcome measures included in the project must be achievable within the grant duration. It is important to mention that outcome measure 1 must be selected for all concept proposal applications submitted under the Grown in California funding category. In addition, all marketing and promotion projects that focus efforts to sell, advertise, promote, market and generate publicity, attract new customers, or raise customer awareness for specialty crops or specialty crop venue will also need to select Outcome Measure 1 regardless of the funding category the proposal is submitted under. After choosing an outcome measure and indicator, you will be asked to provide the data collection methods. How will the project collect the data that will be used to measure and track the progress of the indicator or sub-indicator? Keep in mind, the data collection referred here is to track progress towards achieving the indicators and sub-indicators, not how data will be collected for the project. The next step is to describe the activities that will be used to monitor or keep track of the progress towards accomplishing each outcome measure. You will also describe how you will report on that progress. Please keep in mind the activities described will need to be related to the chosen outcome measures. Each outcome measure must have unique responses to the values and descriptions. Do not provide responses that say, "See previous description," or "same as above." For example, if your goal was eating healthier, an activity to monitor progress would be tracking how many cups of fruits and vegetables are eaten daily and tracking the progress with FitnessPal or with Microsoft Excel. Weekly results will be reported on social media and to a certified dietitian to be analyzed. We have provided a completed outcome measure sample for you to look at. Outcome measure 2 and indicator 1 was chosen. You can see that only sub-indicator A was chosen, so the sub-indicators B and C were left blank. Just as a reminder, at least one outcome measure and associated indicator and sub-indicator, if applicable, must be selected. All selected outcome measures, indicators, and sub-indicators must be achievable during the grant duration. When you are finished with the application, please double-check that you have entered the required values and descriptions for all chosen outcome measures. Upload the completed document into the Fast Attachment tab, and you have finished the Outcome Measures section. That concludes the presentation on outcome measures.